Hey teammates, we have an ultra modern PSA reveal coming at you today here. Shout out to PSA, as hard as it is for me to say this and believe it. This order took about 1 month from when they received it to when it got back. So we'll go through, dive into it here since we got football coming up at us tonight here. Leading off, we got the last year's wonder CJ Stroud. Optic. Scores a PSA 10. Same card. Comes back a PSA 10. Next one, we got the Jordan Addison Bomb Squad Hollow. These guys are numbered to 100. We're at 50 out of 100. This guy gets a 10. We'll kind of get the little 10 pile started. This was a batch. There was about, I think there was about 30 cards or so. It ended up being a little north of 600 bucks. All right, so here we got Eric Gray. He's going to be competing for touches in the backfield for the Giants now that Saquon's gone. Looks like it's Devin Singletary's. This guy gets a 9. The rookie signature red etch. This guy's numbered out of 25. Last year's number 1 pick. Bryce Young lands a 9. Tens, couple 9. All right, next we got Hollow Heroes. This is kind of a little shout out to those holograms that were 90s popular. A little harder to score. This guy lands a 7. Kind of one of the thicker cards, thicker case. Next we got Jaden Reed. Infrared. Gets a 9. Next we got a Pat Mahomes Chromatic. This guy gets a 9. Those guys are numbered out of 99. All right, next we got Quentin Johnston. Green Prism gets a 10. Jackson Smith gets a 10 with the orange ice. Next we got a CJ Stroud. The purple shot gets a 10, couple $100 there. Trey Lance, a few years late on the wonder, but still a nice big name in North Dakota here as a Bison native. This guy's numbered out of 5. Comes back in 8. Nice shine there. We'll call it the nice Bison colors for him. Next we got a thick card, Anthony Richardson, Obsidian. I think people forget how good he was the first couple weeks of the year. Last year before he got hurt, he was putting up some big numbers. This guy's numbered out of 199. Thick card, lands a 10. Hard to do on those. Next we got a CJ Stroud, Rising Star. Nice shine, this guy. Thick, gets a 10. Those 10s on those thick cards are hard to do, so it's kind of fun to see. Another Stroud here gets a 9. Bijan Robinson coming up. He lands a 10 with the auto. Supernova. This is numbered out of, let's see, 75. All right, Anthony Richardson patch gets an 8. Then we got the Stroud gets a 9 here. First year fresh relic. First little batch there. Then jumping into the finals here. See how we did. Leading off with the Aiden O'Connell here. Blue glitter lands a 9. God, the change of scenery from the modern cards to the old ones, it's just crazy how different they kind of look. Another purple shock. Stroud gets a 10. Primary colors, Stroud gets a 10. Not that these are really high value, but fun to scope out. Purple Shock Puka gets a 10. Chase Brown Silver gets a 9. He'll be competing for carries with Zach Moss. Silver Prism Burrow gets a gem mint 10. Just a cool card. Not high value, but Chain Reaction Stroud gets a 10. Here's the other Purple Shock Stroud. Knew I had a couple in here. Those guys both gemmed, a few $100. Devin Achan, he averaged, I think it was like 8 yards a carry last year, something just crazy. He had that big monster game, but silver rookie there gets a 10. Last year's tight end 1, Sam Laporta, red, white, and blue, gets an 8. Richardson Mystique Green gets a 9. This guy here I thought was one of the better looking cards in the order. Maybe not value-wise, but just how it looks. TB12, Brady, Fireworks, just a beautiful card here. Fun one to get a 10 in. Just looks great. Nico Collins, he had himself a year too, where gets a gem mint 10. Bomb Squad Jameer, not the hollow, but gets a 10. All right, Zay Flowers, Optic Preview Pink gets a 10. CJ Stroud Clearly Donruss gets a 9, kind of the see-through. Puka Prism Orange Ice. Looks good in that Rams colors. There's a little bit more of a throwback here, 99 Donruss Aspirations. These cards are just so cool. Gets a 6, really tough set to grade, but I didn't expect a 10, didn't expect a 9, but thought a little nicer than a 6. These guys are a little tougher, but hard in an order where everything else is pretty much pack fresh. 23 Mosaic Bijan Robinson gets an 8. And the finale, Keaton Mitchell Blue Glitter gets a 10. So kind of a fun order. Again, the shout out to this one was in the turnaround time with PSA. Unbelievable that it was like a month, so that was pretty fun. But that was how this batch went. A lot of 10s.